Hey friends, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. We're on a great day. Today, well, I'm finally getting the chance to try out the analog style Lamborghini with all the new hype coming out with these new hybrids. Things are shifting very fast. And right behind me is not just any Gallardo. This is the 50th anniversary 2013 model. So it's different than the ones that you've probably seen on the road. I feel like there's just such a calling to the analog supercar. So today, let me introduce you to the owner of this vehicle and let's have him show us what's so special about it, and then let's take it out and see how it performs. All right, Justin, get in the frame, man. Come on, dude. Thank you for joining up with me. You guys probably know Justin because we did a very fun and exciting video with his amazing Ferrari F8 Tributo. Again, every time when I see your blue and yellow version, it looks beautiful, so great color choice. I have to ask you, before we start looking at this vehicle, which one do you like better? They're totally different, right?
Oh man, that's a hard one. It's like saying, do you like roller coasters or a water park? I mean, they're totally different experiences. This one, you have a ton of technology. This one's a little bit more analog, but it has a lot incorporated into it, like, you know, the Audi engineering and the reliability, but it is still such a different experience. What I do enjoy about this car is it's naturally aspirated, of course, and contrary to people's criticism on the E-Gear, I love it. And I like the LP, which I'll talk a little bit later if you'd like, but you have the pre-LP Gallardos and the LP Gallardos, and I have an LP Gallardo, and it's a little bit better of an E-Gear system. Shifts are a little bit more precise.
If you walk into the garage and you see two keys, which one are you gonna grab right then?
It depends on my what I'm wanting out that day. I mean, sometimes when I want to get something, feel a little more connected to the road and get some aggression out, the Gallardo for sure. If I just want to be more, just have something that's a little bit more sleek and subtle and a little easier to drive, it's the F8. They made a lot of variants of the Gallardo platform. So this is just a kind of a facelift, like not a rebadge, but like they call it a final edition. They changed the front bumpers and the rear bumper. They changed the wheels. Everything else is the same. There's a little placard you can see. Other than that, the car is exactly the same as a 2009 LP 560.
The body lines, they blend so perfectly where it goes straight up with the front bumper. It's clean all together from the front to the back. You've added a few different cool bits here and there, which can you touch base on these Superleggera upgrades?
The Superleggera is obviously the race version of it. It's got carbon fiber inner doors. It's got a lot of Alcantara, but this has Superleggera mirrors. These are Superleggera side skirts. And then, of course, the rear Superleggera wing fastened to the rear bonnet. Yeah, if you do something tastefully, I see people that'll buy a base Gallardo and put Superleggera, you know, stickers or decals, and they change it. That was not the intention here. I just love seeing what the Superleggera looks like, and perhaps I buy a Superleggera in the future, but I do genuinely love the front bumper and rear bumper of this car, and you'll notice that these bumpers are the same as the Squadra Corse, so I love that about this particular car.
What's cool about having your Gallardo next to this F8, and you've probably already caught on to this, the body lines all throughout the vehicle, you have much more of the harsh, just single angular lines go from the front to the back, giving more of like a boxy style rear end. Then look at your F8. It's just, everything is so beautifully curved and contoured. The styling couldn't be any more different, right?
They have totally different personalities, body lines. I do love the original Pininfarina 458 design. So this is just a derivative of the 458, which, you know, as it aged, they need to add things and make things a little bit, you know, more relevant to the era. But unfortunately and fortunately, I think this car kind of got a little bit of the 458 incorporated with all this newer design, but I love it. I think this is a beautiful car. I love the F8, and it's a great pleasure to be able to have both.
I feel like on the F8, you have so many just body lines that make it complex. Some body lines you look at it and you question, why is that really there? Yet on the Gallardo, older supercars, it's just not that complex, is it?
No, and I love the Gallardo simplicity, and it's just got very strict lines. You can follow it through from the front, I guess, quarter panel or the front bumper all the way to the rear. It kind of flows. There's not a lot of gimmick.
It's the iconic wedge.
Yeah, it's a wedge.
Lamborghini wedge.
It's a reliable wedge. You'll notice there's a little badge on the bottom. Longitudinal posterior represents just how the engine is placed in the vehicle and how it's laid out. And then the 560 designates the horsepower and rated in PS. So it's like 552 horsepower. And then the -4 represents its all-wheel drive.
I remember driving the rear-wheel drive Lamborghini Huracan, and that was the LP 580-2 for two-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive. Do you mind if we hop inside and see how it tries? Newer Lamborghinis coming out will have all these new hybrid systems, making them modern. Will they still capture the soul of what makes this brand so pure, I wonder?
I think you're going to find that this is the car that paved the way for exotics as we know it. The E-Gear has a lot of you know, criticism, but I think you're really going to enjoy how it feels.
Okay, Justin, do your push button start. You got it. What are you doing? You got to get inside to start it up?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, look at this key, man. This is like a Jetta, the Volkswagen Jetta key. Same thing, just a little Lambo emblem there.
Very fancy.
It is very fancy, and it serves as a self-defense mechanism. What are you going to do?
It sounds beautiful already. Getting inside. Justin, thank you again for the chance to experience your amazing, is it considered classic Lamborghini now?
I don't think, I mean, maybe, I don't know what the cutoff is, 25 years of age?
Oh yeah, 25.
We're not there yet.
Not quite there yet. Gently close the door. Man, this steering wheel you put on, it is cool actually. I like the finishing touch with the racing stripe up top.
E-brake down.
E-brake down.
Foot on the brake.
Foot on the brake.
Pull the right paddle. I'm assuming you would like to drive in manual mode, so you got to pull every time up and down.
Sounds good.
That's it. You're in.
Oh my gosh!
Yep. And we're in Sport. Corsa, if you were to push Corsa, it actually shifts more violently.
Wow. Dude, this is raw. Okay, yeah, more people have to do that exhaust upgrade, dude. Yeah, it makes it so fun.
Every single 1,000 RPM has its own pitch.
You have to get inside and learn how to drive it. It makes it more rewarding, in my opinion. Totally. Some cars are too easy to drive, it's not that fun. This is an occasion when you get inside.
Which is why when you ask me what's my favorite, I'm like, well, if I want to be more thoughtless, I'll take the F8. If I want that, I take this.
Wow! Oh my gosh! Wow.
So do you agree though that this car is awesome or what?
I agree.
It's fun, right? It's not supposed to be a dual clutch competitor. It's not supposed to be anything. I think it is what it is. It's a V10 behind your seat. That was a great shift. When I drive this car, you always have to prepare and think about how you're driving, your driving style and the environment. You're in the F8, it's kind of thoughtless in a way. Yep. This you kind of have to be kind of, you have to sync up your foot and your paddle and all that. So the way I look at it is drive this car like you would a 6-speed. And then listen to this downshift. You ready? This is second to first.
It sounds brutal, man.
This car sounds really, really good with an exhaust, which I put on this car. I put an RSC exhaust on it. I kept the original exhaust. The original one, like anything, it's quiet. It was the introduction to the whole like pressure valves. So when you're driving slow, it's quiet, and then you push it, it opens up. I'd rather just hear the engine from all the way from idle to red line, and this exhaust does it. And you know, when you listen to this car's downshift, I'm in third gear, I push the pedal, it just sounds so good, and it shifts violently. I actually got a ride in a Pagani Huayra, and,
oh really?
And I didn't know this, I generally didn't know this, but the Pagani Huayra also has, the car I was in at least, had a single clutch, and I felt the way that the gears downshifted and upshifted, and it felt like my Gallardo, and I was shocked that they did that, not a dual clutch. So that was an interesting discovery. like to drive this car is similar to how I drive like a manual car. I have a 997 manual turbo, and when you're sitting at a light or whatever, you're in neutral. The same goes for this. It'll stay in first gear as you slow down, but I'd rather just go into neutral. You pull both paddles, it's simple, and then you're not just eating your clutch away. There's a huge misconception about the Gallardos that, oh, you got to replace your clutch every 5,000 miles. That's not true. I bought this car with the original clutch at 3,000 miles. It has 15,000. If you engage the clutch like you're supposed to, it will save the clutch. It had a snap test done. I have 80% clutch life left at 15,000 miles. So you just gotta drive it like that. Driving it more aggressively actually will preserve your clutch because it engages the clutch faster versus just kind of being very slow on the pedal, burning that first gear. Once you're out of first gear, drive it and enjoy it.
That was so much fun. Thank you very much for letting me experience this Gallardo with you. I know now why you've kept it for so long and why you plan to keep it. Guys, make sure to follow Justin on Instagram. That is, his handle is the same name as the paint color, that being Arancio Borealis. Good choice. Sounds so fancy. I love the Italian paint job names, but guys, let us know your thoughts of the Gallardo, of the 50th anniversary edition with this unique design. He did it right with the Superleggera upgrades. I think more people should do that. In summary, I think even if you're in the market to get a timeless Lamborghini, the value that these vehicles offer, even for a 2009 high mileage run, you get them, low $100,000, price tier. Yeah, it's such a good deal. For better condition ones like his, obviously it goes up much higher. Getting to experience the pure analog V10 and looking forward to like the new Revuelto we have on order. I can't wait to find out how the electrified future of Lamborghini will hold up. That's my last question for you, man. Do you think these electrified hybrid Lamborghinis will be able to capture the soul?
I say they'll make their best attempt. I think they'll definitely check the boxes. I think it's going to be very hard to mimic how these things feel, but I think they're going to do a great job in it.
Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and I'll see all of you in the next episode.